Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Car Critic. The idea of an electric Gold Wing tricycle camper brings together three worlds that rarely meet in one machine. Touring bikes have always been about long-distance comfort, trikes add the element of stability, and electric power delivers modern efficiency. Adding a camper module makes this an even more radical concept because it turns the vehicle into a mini home on wheels, something that appeals to travelers who want freedom without the expense or hassle of a larger RV. Honda's reputation for building reliable touring machines makes this kind of experiment easy to imagine, even if it has not been confirmed officially yet. The electric motor setup would likely be built for torque rather than outright top speed. Touring riders need smooth acceleration, effortless overtaking, and the ability to pull extra weight like gear in the camper unit. That means the focus would be on strong low and mid-range torque. A trike design also allows Honda to install a larger motor and battery pack without compromising stability, something that would not be as easy on a two-wheeled motorcycle. When it comes to energy storage, the battery would be the centerpiece of this machine. To give riders confidence on long trips, a capacity of at least 60 to 80 kilowatt-hours would be logical. Anything smaller could limit range too much once the camper is added and loaded. Honda might also experiment with modular battery packs that can be swapped or extended depending on how far the rider plans to go. Having that kind of flexibility would make sense for a vehicle meant for adventure travel. Charging options would be critical for making this concept practical. Fast charging capability could allow the battery to be topped up quickly during a lunch break, getting back on the road in under an hour. For overnight stops, slower AC charging would be enough. And with the camper included, riders could simply plug in at a campsite. There is even the possibility of integrating solar panels into the camper roof, which would not charge the bike fully but could help keep electronics, lights, and small appliances powered. Performance testing on a machine like this would need to balance power with stability. Trikes handle differently from motorcycles, and the added camper module could affect aerodynamics. A top speed of around 110 miles per hour would be more than enough, as most touring riders value steady cruising between 60 and 80 miles per hour. The acceleration figures would likely surprise people because of the instant torque of electric motors, even though the added weight of the camper would slow things compared to a standard bike. Handling and suspension would be a real highlight. The Gold Wing is already famous for its plush ride, and converting it into a trike would allow for a suspension system that can be tuned for extra load. Expect independent suspension for each wheel, electronic adjustability, and possibly air suspension at the rear to handle the shifting weight of cargo and passengers. That would keep the ride smooth on highways and stable even on less perfect roads. Comfort and features would be essential to attract riders who are considering this as a camper solution. Plush seats, heated grips, heated seats, climate-controlled rider environment, and advanced infotainment would be likely inclusions. Honda could even take inspiration from cars by offering a full digital dashboard, connectivity for smartphones, and possibly augmented reality navigation projected on the windscreen. For camping, the trike could have built-in storage compartments, fold-out beds, and even a compact cooking setup. Price would be a concern, and it would almost certainly be at the premium end of the scale. Considering the cost of current Gold Wing models and adding advanced EV technology plus a camper system, it is realistic to expect something in the $50,000 to $70,000 range. That would make it more expensive than most motorcycles, but much cheaper than a full-sized RV, so it could still appeal to a niche audience. Maintenance and reliability would also be a big part of the discussion. Electric drivetrains need less routine servicing than gasoline engines, which is a plus for touring. However, a complex camper system with electronics, folding parts, and power supply modules would need regular checks. Honda's reputation for durability would reassure buyers, but a vehicle like this would still require careful upkeep to remain roadworthy for long adventures. Another key factor would be safety. With three wheels, stability in corners and during braking would be higher than a traditional bike. Advanced braking systems, traction control, stability management, and possibly radar-based rider assistance could be integrated. Visibility would also be improved with large LED lighting systems, making the trike camper safer on highways and during nighttime rides. The environmental side should not be overlooked. Many touring riders worry about emissions from long journeys, and switching to electric power reduces that footprint. Combined with solar charging at campsites, this machine could be marketed as an eco-friendly way to explore the open road. That would appeal to a younger generation of riders who want sustainability along with freedom. Finally, if Honda ever decides to build such a machine, it would represent a new chapter for motorcycles in general. The idea of blending mobility, comfort, and electric power into one unit that also doubles as a camper could attract entirely new customers who never considered motorcycles before. It would blur the line between bike, car, and RV, offering something unique in the world of touring. Do you want me to also create a mock detailed spec sheet in plain text, with numbers for battery, HP, torque,